Karl had a plan in 2005 when he turned an empty commercial building in Chicago's Andersonville neighborhood into a duplex. He now lives on the first floor and rents out the top unit. The next step is turning the backyard into something special if he has the equity.
I've always wanted to buy an old retail space, an old storefront. So when I saw the front of it, I knew that I could rip it off and turn it into a really cool loft. I knew I was gonna buy it as soon as I walked in because the ceiling height was so high. And I'm 6'8", so I really wanted a place with high ceilings. I bought the building in 2005 and I paid $375 for it. I couldn't live here the way it was when I bought it. It was disgusting. So the first thing I did was I fixed up the rental apartment. And then down here, I moved to the kitchen and the bath, which were like not functional really. Total, I spent $100,000 renovating the place. And it actually costs me the same amount to live here in a 2-flat with the rental income as it does to live in my old condo. I'd like it to be worth $600,000 so that I can renovate the backyard. If it's not worth $600,000, I guess I'll just keep saving and hopefully I can renovate the backyard in the future.
Andersonville here is on the north side of Chicago. It is a very desirable neighborhood. It's very urban, at the same time has a lot of vintage. Wow, Karl. First I have to say, one of the strongest positives is, of course, location. Andersonville is a very hot, in-demand neighborhood. The windows, they're big, and I would probably guess very intimidating for a lot of buyers.
This used to be an old candy store, and it always had a glass facade. I wanted to restore that. When I bought it, it was all boarded up. I wanted to make it as sunny as possible because there's no windows on the side of the building.
The light is very, very important. However, consider something a little bit more in the lines of like a sheer curtains or something to create a little bit more sense of privacy, but at the same time allow that natural light to come through. How much did you spend on the front?
$17,000.
Just for the value of the light, I would say you'll get your money's worth on that. I see that you also have exposed brick over there. That's a very nice touch. I like that. The floors, these are fantastic.
I added the floors. These are maple hardwood floors, $7,000.
Fantastic. You've taken it up a notch with a little modern touch and created a little bit more of an interest here.
My basement has really low ceilings. The ceiling height's only like 6.5 feet, and I'm 6'8".
This is not a full 7 feet, so by city standards, this cannot be considered usable living space.
Julie recommends either not putting any more money into the basement or excavating below the floor to achieve the required 7-foot ceiling height.
So Julie, this is the guest room, which is actually the largest bedroom in the house. None of the rooms are very big. I sanded the floors, painted the walls, and basically just decorated it.
Well, Karl, these bedrooms are small. A buyer is going to choose this as a primary residence and an income-producing property, just like yourself. Therefore, I would suggest that with the upstairs, because there's a little bit more space in the bedrooms, which is going to be appealing to a mass market of buyers, that you do a little bit more upgrades upstairs with the kitchen and bath, so that way they can pretty much choose which unit would be more beneficial to them.
Okay, I never thought of that. This is the kitchen. I completely gutted it. New electric, new drywall.
I love the modern flair within the vintage setting. This is gorgeous. The quartz countertops, the birch cabinets, the stainless steel, these all definitely spell value to a buyer. I'm noticing that these countertops are a little tall.
I built them high so that I could have them at waist height for me.
I hate to say this, but customization can sometimes be the death of a property.
I did build them on a platform that's removable, so if somebody wanted to change it, they can just take out the platform.
You're thinking ahead. That was smart. Overall, Karl, how much would you say you spent on your kitchen?
I think I spent about $15,000.
Wow, I can say for $15,000, not only did you make your money back, but I see you doubling it and then some.
Excellent, thank you.
Having tackled the inside, Karl hopes to landscape the backyard with help from a professional.
The first thing I would do is cover the east and west property lines with a wood fence. The other thing I would do is the concrete that's all over the entire backyard is really too much paving, and it doesn't allow you to do a lot of planting. So I would keep the concrete in the areas where you want to have patio surface, but then add a crushed stone on top of that to make it a little more attractive. And then the downspout, I think you could make a beautiful rain garden out of it.
What do you think, Julie?
Stephen, I think your ideas are fantastic.
How much would this cost, Stephen?
We're talking about $20,000.
That's a very realistic budget.
Good bang for the buck?
Definite good bang for the buck.
But will Karl have enough bucks to pay for the bang?
There are some challenges with the property.
Then, it seems they've made great improvements to every room in the house but one.
I'd like to see you carry that through to this bathroom, because I don't have to tell you bathrooms are important to buyers.
And later, they spent a lot making their house eco-friendly. $250,000 in the master suite alone.
Are they really
on HGTV?
All right, Karl, you ready to hear my thoughts?
Yes.
First, I have to say that I really enjoyed viewing your property here. You have taken the vintage space and put a really interesting modern swing to it. For the location, it's hot. You're definitely right on the mark with that. With the outdoor space, with the potential you have there, definitely a winner. However, there are some challenges with the property. The windows and some of the other features, a bit too unique.
Will Karl get the $600,000 he's looking for to make over his backyard?
If I were to list your property today, I would consider a competitive price to be $589,000.
It's a little lower than I was expecting.
Karl may be disappointed, but a profit of $114,000 is a pretty good start. And Julie thinks he could get even more.
If you focus on the landscaping, focus on doing some of the upgrades in the upstairs unit, you could definitely, in an upturn market, get $650,000 or more.
Wow, cool. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.